Okay, so boys and girls, today before I go to chapter point 3, I would like to go through the last classwork first. So this, I think it is a little bit special because this time I go through the last classwork instead of giving you the summary clip to talk about all the classwork is because I would like to clarify and then to let you really understand the concept of locus first, okay, before we go to the next session. And I would also like to say is that okay about the deductive approach. That means that use the description to talk about the locus is not easy if you first learn because you may not get the idea of what you need to pay attention when you write the locus. So I think that I have to give you the clip now to explain to you okay in detail. So first of all, you may take a look to the answers of the question 1 to 12. Okay, so I would like to say is that some of the answers are not drawn in scale because okay the limitation of my paper. But anyway, you have to see the most important thing is that okay no matter how you draw the locus, okay, so first of all we may write the p next to the locus because when we talk about the locus of point p, it means that you are using a path or using the line to represent what can be the point p, okay, where can be the point p. So usually we will write a p next to the locus to say that oh, p can be okay any point on that locus. So this is what we need to write. Okay, so you can see every question I write here will have the p here. Okay, no matter you draw the circle, you draw the line or something like that. Also I forgot to write 12 with p, but so you have to remember to write. Okay, but the most important thing is that okay now you can see that okay no matter which question, so you need to remember what property you have, so you have to draw the corresponding figures. For example, one why you have to draw the circle is because now we fix the point O and then you have a fixed distance 4 cm to turn round. Okay, so you should know this circle. But do remember is that when you draw the circle, you are not just only draw the circle, but some of the points you have to cross. For example, you know that OA and OC are both 4 cm. So you should expect that the circle should pass through both A and C, not just only okay you draw the circle around O. No, but you have to cross A also. And also just like the question 2, if you really want to draw the perpendicular bisector, so you have to remember to draw with the symbol to represent perpendicular bisector. For example, you have to draw the equal marks and also the right angle at the midpoint of AB. If I say I have to draw the perpendicular bisector of AB. Okay. Also, you can see that for the question 2, you are given an isosceles triangle. You should expect that the perpendicular bisector should also pass through the point C. Okay, because it should be the vertex of the isosceles triangle, so the perpendicular bisector should pass through it. So you have to show okay you have drawn the line to pass through some specific point. Okay, so you have to understand when you draw the locus. If you forgot to write this, okay, you will be deducted in marks. Okay, so you have to remember. And also you have to notice that some of the locus will only part of the line. For example, for the question 3, you will not draw the line too long. Okay, because the question just say the people or the person, okay, I don't know who is he, okay, riding okay the wheel okay from A to B only. That means that after he has arrived at point B, okay, you will not go anymore. So you should expect that the locus of the center of the wheel should stop okay at the top of B and start from A only. Okay, you will not go through further. So you have to also to mark some of the lengths to represent what is going on. For example, you have to mark okay AB is 2.5 meter and then the distance between the line and AB should be 20 cm. And also you have to write down the parallel lines to represent that okay the lines of the center of the locus is actually parallel to AB. And also some of the lines just like okay for example the question 4, so why we have to draw the lines inside the triangle only, because the question just say the point okay the point have the equal distance between the line segment 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 okay between O and OB only. It means that okay after the point okay the point P, which is the line AB, you will not go furthermore. Okay, you will not go furthermore because we just stop at AB here. So you have to understand is that as the question just say that it should be inside, so you have to remember to state clearly that okay the point is only inside a triangle, not outside. So you cannot draw the line too long. And also for the question 5 also, because you have to join from the midpoint, so you have to remember to mark not only the equal marks on the left hand side, but also the right hand side. For the question 6, remember that for the question 6 and question 12, okay, it is a problem just like the circular track as we said before. It means that, okay, besides of the parallel lines, okay, you have to draw the circular arc. You have to draw the circular arc to represent, okay, the distance from the point towards the locus, okay, of the semicircle or some of the circular arc. So you have to remember to draw. And then for the question 7 and 8, remember is that they are called parabola. Because if you have a line and a fixed point, if I want to have the equal distance between them, it should be parabola, okay, as the book said. But actually, you don't need to know why it is actually parabola, okay? Because actually, when we say the distance between the line and the point, okay, with an equal distance, actually, it is one kind of definition of parabola. But you will not learn it because we just learned this one when we studied a maths in C before. Okay, in form 4, okay, now I'm in DSC. You just need to know the equations and some properties, for example, upward or downward, or also the vertex and the axis symmetry, something like that. But you don't need to know why, okay, if we have the equal distance between the line and the point, is this a parabola? No. But you just need to remember, okay, because sometimes in DSC, we may ask you this definition to ask you whether you know it is a parabola. Okay, but do remember is that when we talk about the parabola, how do you draw the curve between the parabola is that if I have the line and the point, so we will say that the parabola should be open, the opening should contain the point instead of the line. That means that you should expect that the parabola will not cross the line. We want to say equal distance. So you can see for the question 7, why it is open downward, and for the question 8 is open upward, because you can see the fixed line, okay, fixed line. One is on the top, one is on the bottom. So you should expect that the parabola would not cross the fixed line. So we have to draw the question 7 downward and the question 8 upward. And then for the question 9, also remember perpendicular bisector, remember to write right angle and equal sides. For the question 10 is a little bit special. For the A is easy because you just draw the circle, but because the circle cannot cross the wall, in the description you cannot say it is a whole circle, but you can just say part of the circle. For example, the question 10A, you have to write 3/4 circle. But for the bigger one, part B, okay, once, okay, you have drawn the 3/4 of the circle until you have got the line, you have reached to the line BC, then you have to understand is that because the string, okay, is tau, that means that it's always 8 meter. Then the 4 meter, okay, leaning on the wall will be leaning on the wall, and then there will be also 4 meters left. The 4 meter can be also bent towards the wall at the right hand side. So you will see that why we have to draw here. You have the 4 meter here. It because that after you have drawn the circle for the first part, then this part. So I think that I have to use a pen to highlight this one. So we will say this part, okay, would be according to you fixed at this point, the corner or the right hand corner. I don't know if it's D or not, but it's just say the point here. Then you have to curve, okay, with 4 meter because the string left can be let the shape curve towards the right hand side of the wall. So you have to understand is that this is a closed path, but you have to expect that the circle you have drawn are not the same, because for the first 3/4 of the circle it is in the radius 8 meter, but for the last part it should be in radius 4 meter. So the curvature are not the same. Okay, and then for the question 11b. So 11b is what? So for the 11b is that now if I want to say the center of the circle, but you understand is that no matter how you draw the circle, what does it mean? That means that so whether I've drawn here, no, okay, so I've drawn here. So what does it mean? So for question 11, okay, for the question 11, because we just say that now if I draw the circle passing through AB, so you should expect that because AB is a fixed chord for any circle passing through AB, that means that the center, okay, should be here. For example, when we take AB as a diameter, so you know that the midpoint is exactly the center of this circle. But no matter whether the AB is diameter, for example, I draw the circle with bigger size, okay? But you know that B is the chord. The chord, okay, you draw a perpendicular bisector, should have the center locate. So no matter how you draw the circle, no matter you draw on the top, or even you draw a bigger circle, for example, now I say I draw the bigger circle on the bottom. So you should expect that the center is always lying on the perpendicular bisector AB. So why do we say the locus of the center is perpendicular bisector AB? it is the idea like this. Okay, so this is the reason is that why we have to say 11b is a parameter setter. And then for the 12, okay, no matter A and B, it's just like the question says. Do remember, after you have drawn the parallel line segment, no matter for the equilateral triangle or the square, you have to curve, okay, the points, the end points, okay, towards, and around the vertex. What does it mean? That means that now the line segment should be stopped, okay, when the point reaches, okay, in parallel to the vertex. For example, here, when we say this one is parallel, so it reaches here and reaches here. So after this, then you would stop the line segment, and then you have some endpoints. For example, here, 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 and then here and here. So after this, then you join this endpoint by using the circular curve. Okay, then you can get the answer. So here also, you stop here, 1, 2, 3. So it's 8 points. Okay, because you have 4 line segments, so you have 8 points. So after this, then you use a circular curve to connect the point. Then it is the locus. So you can see that, okay, also the answer, okay, by using the description words. So you can see most of the answer I follow the book, because I think that the book provides the most correct and most detailed answer to you. But some of the answer I modified. So I think that this one you can take a look by yourself. Okay, so I would like to say that the concept of this one is not really easy, okay, because I think that it's not easy to draw the locus accurately if you do the first time, and also it's not easy to describe all the locus using the words with all the information that we need, but try to accommodate it, okay. But don't worry, okay, because in the next session, it's Ch.8.3, okay, you would not need to write so many words. What you need to do is just you have to use equation to describe what is going on. So that part will be easier comparing this one. But don't worry, okay, because in DSC exam, we'll just ask you some simple figure, or even I'll just ask you MC. For example, I'll give you all the description, and then you'll tell me that, okay, what is shape of the locus. For example, you just say circle, paralyzed, or something like that. So it's just very easy, okay. And even in paper 1, okay, maybe DSC asking you locus, okay, so we'll just give you the simple description. For example, you have to describe what the locus is from the equation. Then you just need to recall some familiar names. For example, circle, parameter bisector, angle bisector, with some special information. For example, what parameter bisector, for example, parameter bisector of CD, or angle bisector, or angle ABC, something like that. So it's very easy, don't worry, okay. You will not be asked so difficult or so long questions in DSC. Okay, so work harder, and then stay tuned to my next clip. Goodbye.